So they want me to put on the handlebars first. Okie dokie. I never get confused during this process, so that's why I like it so much. I don't know how these go. I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh! Ah. Yes. I'm gonna try tightening this bolt in here. Okay, if that's not even, I'll fix it later. So the handlebars are on. And now I guess I should position everything. Or maybe do that once the wheel is on. I should position everything where I want it. I'm gonna tighten this down a little bit. Good enough for now. I'll readjust things later if needed. Definitely needed. But now, join me down over here. Hi, and welcome to my floor where I'm gonna attempt to take out this bolt right here. This is not really a bolt. This looks like plastic. Okay, next up, I gotta insert the front wheel in between the front fork on the bike. Really the easiest way is to flip the bike, but sometimes things get scratched up. So you can move it out of the way most of the time, but for me, I find it's also pretty easy just to kind of do this. Now I gotta skewer the wheel. No, don't do it like that. That little flippy-doo-dah part, that latch thing, it should be facing up and be really close to the frame, because the way I had it originally, it could get hooked on something. So if you're out there riding about and that thing gets hooked on something, your wheel could come loose, and you don't want that. You gotta make sure the wheel's on real good. Normally I put on the pedals last, but the pedals are next. And it does matter which one goes where. They're marked left and right there. And the sticker shows you which direction to twist it in. The left one is counterclockwise, and the right one is clockwise. And then I just tighten them in place. Next up, the headlight. They're not mentioning, this is optional, but they're not mentioning this at all. Yet I feel like they kind of have to be installed at the same time. Or is it like this? No, it's gotta be like this, right? So I'm gonna hold that down with this. Oh, I'm sure there's a better way, but I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, so I got that back one tightened down pretty good. Maybe I can finish it off in the front now with this one. Ow. And now this has to be connected to this, but I'm gonna see if I can get it through underneath here and do it that way. And yeah, this part does line up a specific way. The joy of putting on the front fender is not quite over yet, because I gotta attach this to here. And finally, the last part, the seat, or as they like to call it, the saddle. And you're gonna want it like really tight in there, because it's gonna have to hold up a whole lot of weight. So there's this little wheel here, you turn it, and then you clamp this down. So at the point where you can like barely do it, that's the right spot. Yeah. So So here's the battery. And you can remove it, but notice how the seat's in the way. Push that, tilt. And then this, you push in the key, go all the way to the end. And that should unlock it, but it didn't. There we go. And then to get it back, there's a track right here, and you do have to line it up with the battery. And then jam it in all the way. The key won't turn unless the battery's in all the way. So then again, you just push it and lock it into place. To turn on the bike, you don't push in the key, you just turn it the other way. And I don't recommend charging these things overnight while you're sleeping. Do it while you're awake and keep your eye on it. This looked a lot steeper in real life than it does right here. It's sandy, almost like beach sand with rocks. And without the motor, I would have fallen on my little tushy. So here I am in mode 1, and look how easy it is by letting the bike do all the work. And now some specs. It's gonna get just a very small amount of technical right here. You can check out the same information on the Hiboy website, hiboy.com. The link will also be down below in the video's description. So the motor is 500 watts, 48 volt, 15 ampere hour battery, which takes about 6 to 8 hours to charge from a completely dead battery. And after that, you can get up to, it doesn't mean you're gonna get it, but you can try to get up to 75 miles out of it. That really depends how you use the bike, because full throttle, no pedaling, you're not gonna get 75. 7-speed Shimano gear shift system, pretty standard in most bikes. Not that you're really gonna need to be shifting a whole lot of gears with that pedal assist. And it's got a pretty decent weight limit, 300 pounds. Some of these bikes only go to like 2-something, 220, which I don't think is enough. This next part, I probably should have done better. I filmed mode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from a standing still position, and then you can kind of see on the ground how fast it goes from there. And the very last thing I forgot to do, and then I added it later, is filming it without any of the modes. No pedal assist, nothing, just pedaling. So here it is, no pedaling, mode 1, 2. And here it is, mode 3, 4, and 5. Funny story, I gave my mom one of these e-bikes, and she just uses it like a regular bike. No motor, no pedal assist, no modes, nothing like that. She's afraid that if she puts it into mode 1, it's just gonna fling her off. Just mode 1, and it's not like that. It's a very smooth transition, so it doesn't like jerk you. Even if you have it on mode 5, it doesn't just jerk you off the bike. Okie doke, so that's it. If you're interested in this bike, check out the link below in the video's description. Toodaloo-lee-loo, bye. It's my cheesy outro and I'm sticking with it. And oh yeah, the green screen is because someone's at the door. That's not why. Hold on. I'm not recording in the other room where I normally record this part because it's trashed. It's a mess. So I gotta go get the door.